Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen and this is Colina Crafts. If you're new here, I'm a long-time crocheter and beginner knitter and I'm looking to build a new good quality handmade wardrobe. If you would like to follow me also on Instagram, I'm at Colina Crafts. I will also leave a link for that down in the description. To everyone who has liked, commented on my videos or subscribed to my channel over the last few weeks, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me that feedback and pushing me to create more videos and to keep them coming. So thank you very much, I appreciate it. If you would like to follow my knitting progress, please do subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. I'm planning to release a new video every Tuesday at 7 AM GMT, and I'm hoping there'll be kind of a mixture going forward of Save This Style knitting podcasts or talking through my projects that I have ongoing at the moment. And then also I would like to do some pattern roundups as well and things like that. So I have plenty in the pipeline, please do stick around for it. On that note, for today's video, I'm going to start by looking at some of my whips as usual. I can't wait to be one of those people on their podcasts who say, well, today I'm wearing and show off their fabulous creations. I'm not quite there yet. I don't have any finished objects at the moment that I can wear to show off to you, so stick around. Maybe someday down the line I will have something that I'll be able to wear and start off the podcast with. Today I'm wearing my lovely new jumper or something like that, so I can't wait for that day. Maybe someday soon, hopefully, who knows. In the meantime, I'm going to start with some of my whips. And this is going to be pretty repetitive because I'm a slow knitter. I've just started, as I said, so I only have 2 whips at the moment, which are the same. If you've watched my previous 2 videos, they're the same. I'll show you the progress I made on them and chat through them a little bit to see where I'm going to take them next. I don't have any yarn acquisitions from this week, so I won't have anything new to show you, but I will show you some stash yarn that I have that has been sitting there for a little while. I know I did something similar last time, but yeah, I'm just trying to go through what's in my stash, see what I have. I keep forgetting when I open the boxes that have my stash yarn in there, I keep forgetting what I've bought, so it's terrible. So I will go through some of that and show you what I have, what I would like to work with, and then we can pretend it's new yarn, okay? It basically is. At the end of the video, I would like to just have a little bit of a discussion around being a beginner at something, as it's something I've been thinking about quite a lot lately, both in terms of knitting and also in terms of making these videos, as I am definitely nowhere near a pro at making videos. This is also something that I am very much a beginner at, so bringing the 2 things that I'm a beginner at together has got me thinking about that a little bit. So that's something I would like to chat through, so stick around for that towards the end. And finally, do you like my new hair? If you've seen my last video, you would know I had like really long hair. So if I keep looking at the picture of myself, it's because I'm not used to seeing this short hair. But yeah, I decided to have a change, just go for it, cut off what was pretty long and cut it up short, and I am weak for it, to be honest. I really like it. It seems a bit more like, a little bit more playful. Yeah, it just makes me feel so much better. I don't know, this change, I only got it cut there last week, so this change has just made me feel so much better and I'm loving it. I thought I would miss my long hair more than I actually do, but yeah, I don't. So very happy about that. It's not the first time that I've cut it up short either. I tend to do this every few years where my hair will get very long and then I'll just get sick of it and cut it up short. So yeah, that's a bit of an aside, a bit of a ramble, but in case you did watch my previous video and notice the difference, that's what happened. That's enough of me rambling. Let's get into the video. Just before I get into my whips as well, The weather in Ireland is really bad today. I'm sitting in front of a window, but even so, I have an extra light because the lighting isn't great and it keeps changing because the weather keeps changing. So I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining outside at the moment pretty heavily. So we get these like downpours of heavy showers where it gets really dark and then it gets really sunny again. So it's hard to know what's going to happen. So if the lighting is changing in this video all the time, I do apologize. I'm doing my best with very little knowledge that I have on how to fix that. So yeah, we'll just deal with it. So the first whip that I want to show you is my Rebel Soul Beanie by Kutovakika. If you want to see me chatting through this project, you can check out my previous video. I will leave a link up above for that. There's been a good amount of progress on it. I'm at the very much kind of final stage. So if you haven't seen my previous video, a quick recap, I made a Rebel Soul Beanie by Kutovakika and then I decided it was too small. I still have not blocked that, spoiler alert. I've been procrastinating blocking it, mostly because I'm not sure what to use to block it, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people talking about using like woolite or different wool specific products. There's also a plane outside now. So I've seen people using wool specific products, but then I'm not sure if I could use just something I have already at home. I need to look into that a bit more, so I haven't done that. So what happened was I made the Rebel Soul Beanie by Kutovakika, decided it was too small, and then I decided to make a new one and I added some stitches to it. So I think I added about 20 stitches, keeping in mind the different, the multiplications that I would have to do for the decreases for the shaping. So now I think this beanie is huge. It just seems really big, which should be obvious, right? So yeah, I'm a little bit also disappointed with this one. And if I block it, I'm afraid it's going to get even bigger. So I'm thinking, should I just frog it and start it again? I'm not sure. I haven't decided. And for that reason, this hat has been sitting on my needles for maybe a week now that I just haven't touched it, because I don't know what to do with it. So I will show you. So this is my Rebel Soul Beanie by Kutovakika. As you can see, I'm at the double pointed needle stage. So I only have a couple of stitches left. You can see I'm using scrap yarn for stitch markers as well. But yeah, it's in this really nice merino wool with a mohair blend. So it's one strand of merino and one strand of mohair, and there's nice like ribbing here as well. It's folded down, so there's like, I think I said in my previous video trifold, but it's a bifold. It's folded twice. So there's two folds of the ribbing. So there's two folds of the ribbing, and then this top part knit just in stockinette. So I think it's too big, unless I gift it to somebody, which is also what I said about my previous Rebel Soul Beanie. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and you can see that I have a lot of fabric up top from where my head ends. So yeah, I'm not sure, because it's already like sitting down quite low at the moment and there's still so much fabric. So I'm thinking, will I frog it and start again? I don't want to, but if I'm not going to wear it, or if I won't be able to find somebody else to wear it, I don't see the point. Because I added stitches, I ended up having to go buy more wool than I needed on my first Rebel Soul Beanie. I didn't think that the number of stitches I added would equate to so much more wool. So that's my Rebel Soul Beanie by Kutovakika. As I said, I'm really unsure what to do with this, whether to frog it and start it again, use the yarn for something else. I don't know. I'm really undecided about it. So that's something that I have to make a decision on, because it's just sitting there at this point and that's kind of useless. So yeah, something I have to make a decision on, but also it's a learning curve, you know. Things are never always going to go swimmingly, and as I said, I'm a beginner at this, so I'm not expecting everything to go fine. Yeah, must make a decision on this one. So the next whip I want to talk to you about, and I am so excited. Like, you're not ready for it. The next whip I have is my vest number 1 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. Now, I've been working on this for so long, like I'd say a month now. And now I've been doing, you know, a few rounds in the evenings, or, you know, trying to fit it in around the rest of my day. So yeah, I've been trying to get as much progress done on it as I can. If you've seen my previous video, you will know that I just cannot wait to wear it. And I'm really excited about it. So in my last video, I was a bit worried that it was going to be quite small. But now I don't think that anymore. I think it's going to be totally fine. I did gauge swatch and everything. I gauge swatched a few times because I was having trouble getting gauge, and everything that I tried was too small. So I did go up a needle size for this. So I think I went up a full needle size. So I'm working in 5mm needles, I think, instead of 4 or 4.5. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I'm rambling. When I gauge swatched, everything was too small, so I did go up a needle size for this. So I'm working on 5mm needles, but I think it's going to be fine. I did get gauge in the end, so I'm happy that I did try that out before knitting the whole thing and deciding that, you know, it wasn't great. So let me show you. I'm so excited. Look at it. It's so nice and so soft. So at the moment where I'm at is I'm working down just in plain stockinette until I hit the rib section at the bottom. And I'll insert a picture as well of what it's supposed to look like. But then there is ribbing around the neckline, and I think around the sleeve part as well. Well, sleeve, the armhole part as well. I like how this is so big at the moment. That's quite nice. I'll show you what it looks like. I haven't fully tried it on yet, but I'll try to show you what it looks like up against me there in a minute. But yeah, I'm so excited about it. It looks so nice. It's so soft and fuzzy. I'm just obsessed. And the last video as well, I was talking about how when I'm working on it and it's even on my lap or something, it's so warm. You feel the heat from it instantly. So yeah, I'm very excited to wear it. I think it'll give me the option of wearing more shirts and things because I can get quite cold. So I'm excited to be able to wear like nice shirts or button downs through the winter as well, just throwing this on as an extra layer. So that's really exciting. The few critiques I have of it as I'm going through it, of my work, that is, not of the pattern. I think the pattern is great. It's really easy to follow. For a beginner knitter such as myself, but I've never done anything like this before, never knit a sweater. It's my first kind of knitting wearable if we don't count the previous hat. So yeah, the few critiques I have of my own work, again, I don't know how these are going to pan out. I don't know how it's going to look in the end, but at the moment, the few things I'm worried about, and I just wanted to point out, one is the neckline here isn't really straight. I don't know if you can see that there. Do you see where the end string is here, the tail? I just feel like that's not really straight, and I'm assuming that's something I can straighten out with the ribbing and the collar section. I'm just worried that it's going to be really obvious being right in the very front. It's going to be right here. So that's something I'm a little bit worried about. Another thing I'm worried about, I don't know if you can probably tell, but in here, there's like, I don't know if you can see just here, there are some stitches that seem to be like really tight. It's not where I've joined or anything, joined the yarn, but they just seem to have like two really tight stitches for some reason. I'm assuming that's just a beginner tension issue, but it's annoying me how like I'm probably one of the few that can see it, but it's annoying me how it's right in the very front of the piece, and yeah, it's probably going to annoy me. I don't know if it's something I can block out maybe when it comes to blocking time, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm so excited with it. The other lesson I've learned is to not, you can see here, is to not join my yarn in the middle of the piece, but to join it at the sides. This is something I did not know. Again, I'm a beginner and I'm not planning on ripping out this much work just to go back and join on a different spot. So yeah, that's something that I've also learned because yeah, you can see it. So especially as it's like stockinette in the round now, you can really see the differences because everything is pretty uniform, and then you can see those kind of little blemishes, let's say. So yeah, they're just two things that I'm not 100% happy with just from the work that I've done on it, but the rest I'm very happy with. I mean, the back I think looks pretty good. I'm happy with the length of it. I'm happy with the width of it. I'm happy just in general with how it's going. So that's really exciting. Sorry, I think I hit the microphone there. I did talk through the yarn that I'm using in the previous videos, but you can see it's these two. It's Sandnes Garden Double Sunday, and then this is Isager. Is it Isager? Isager? I still have to look that up. I'm sorry. Isager mohair. But I have spoken about them in the previous video, so if you want to see that, you can go check that out. But I will try and put the information somewhere on screen anyway. But they make such a nice combo and they're just so soft. I am obsessed. They were not cheap. I also said that in my previous video, but I feel like they're going to be worth it. If the vest comes out nice and I can wear it, I work in an office, so I think it'll be really nice to wear it to the office because it gets pretty cold in there when you're just sitting there for the day. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. So the next thing I just want to talk about is my yarn that I have. I didn't make any acquisitions this week, so I thought I would just talk about some yarn that I have in stash that I haven't decided what to do with yet, similar to last week. I just kind of using this as a reminder to myself to look at what's in stash and try and use that up. So the ones I'd like to talk about this week, sorry if I'm hitting the microphone, I'm still have to figure out where is best to put it, but the ones I want to talk about this week are Studio Donegal merino wool. So these are 100% merino wool. You can see the colors there are just so pretty that they have nice little flecks going through them. So I have this kind of blue color one with some nice like darker flecks going through that, and this like mustard color, and it's got a few lighter flecks in that. They're just so pretty and so nice to work with, and yeah, I really want to work with these more. So I have one skein each of those, and then I also have it in this red color that I started again, I keep saying if you've seen my previous video, but at the start of the summer I did have a bit of a wrist injury, so I stopped crocheting for a while. But before I stopped, I had started making this, which is a beanie, and it's by Daisy Farm Crafts. I will leave the link to the pattern in the description. It's not finished, as you can see, but I just wanted to show you it's the same merino wool, it's the same yarn, and you can see kind of how it works up. It's lovely and thick and warm. It's a little bit stiff. I'm not sure if it was the best choice for this hat, but I'm going to kind of stick it out and see how it goes. But it's just so lovely. You can see like the different flecks in it there as well. Yeah, I'm not sure how this hat is going to turn out, but I'm excited to give it a go, and we'll see what happens with it. So that's those. I have also worked with this yarn before as well, in this little simple crochet headband, which you can see here. So it's very simple crochet headband, little twist in the front. I'm liking it with the short hair actually. I think it looks kind of nice. So yeah, I made this. It was a really, one of those kind of quick and easy projects. I just wanted to see what the wool was like to work with, and I think this is probably a better idea than the hat. So this is again made using crochet, and what I really like about this color is that there's like the flecks in it are kind of blue and yellow. Just ignore my nails, I could do with a manicure. But yeah, the flecks in this one are like blue and yellow, which is really nice against like the pale kind of off-white cream base, I guess. But yeah, it's really nice, and it's the same merino wool from Studio Donegal. They're just so nice. Their colours are amazing, and I'm so excited to work with the other ones. I haven't decided what to do with them. Maybe I will do some more like headbands like this, or maybe I'll do something a bit different with it. I'm not too sure yet. But I also, last year, and I just wanted to show you because I have been saying like long time crocheter, but I've never really shown much that I've crocheted before. So last year I made this headband as well, which I really like. I was a little bit inspired when I went on one of my Edinburgh trips, and they have a lot of these kind of headbands in the shops over there, in their wool shops. So I made this last year, and it's quite thick, so it's very much like a winter headband. But I made it last year, and it's just so nice. I can't wait to wear it this winter, because I didn't get much wear out of it last year by the time I'd finished it and winter was over, and it was just too warm for it. So I'm really excited to like wear this winter. I think it'll be a nice thing to, you know, break up wearing beanies all the time, or the same beanie in my case. So I'm very excited to wear it. I cannot remember for the life of me what wool I used to make it. I will do some digging and see if I can find the name, but it is made of wool, and then the inside, I will show you, is made of, I added like a fleece lining to it. So I'm not sure if you can see much of it there, but it's, and again, I'm not the best at like sewing, but I did do my best to add in like a fleece lining to it, just to give that extra bit of warmth, and also to provide a layer between the wool on the outside and my head. So because I think sometimes, you know, wool can be a bit scratchy. Like this isn't very smooth. It is quite like, it is quite not rough, but yeah, it's just not very smooth. I did make this last year, so I was trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I did use a pattern for the square, but I mean any granny square in crochet, and then joining it and I added a border. So I added a border, and then a border on each side, and then added the fleece backing. So yeah, I would say very, very easy to make. I think I made this in a night or two, maybe. And I made a few of them actually. I think this was my third one that I made. The other two I gave away. So yeah, I might try make more of these. I actually really enjoyed the process, and also learning like the sewing was quite fun because it was something different for me. So yeah, let me know what you think. I quite like it, and I might try make some more. As I said, it's lovely and thick, lovely and warm. I can't wait to wear it more often. So yeah, that's that. So that's all of my whips and yarn that I have in stash. A few finished objects from a long time ago, albeit, but I don't have anything else to show you at the moment. So I think the last thing I just wanted to chat through a little bit was this whole idea of being a beginner at something, because it's something that I've really been thinking about the last couple of weeks, maybe just through, you know, getting to grips with knitting. I only started knitting, I think it was maybe September. I started knitting then, and I'm trying to do, I don't do it every day, but maybe most days I would try to do a little bit of knitting, just to try and, you know, get more used to it, get more familiar with it. And also it's just a great way to wind down in the evenings, you know. But also what I wanted to incorporate was this idea of, you know, making videos as well. So it's also something that I'm not, you know, comfortable with, or not, I don't know a lot about it. I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I have. So for example, I do have a camera, I had a tripod, so I thought, you know, I'll just try use these things. I had a light from when I was just working from home constantly during lockdowns and things. I picked up a light for, you know, doing video calls and things like that. So a bit of the equipment I already had. I'm just using Adobe Premiere Rush for the video editing, so like everything is super simple. I know it's something that I'm hoping to get better at as I go. That's the goal anyway. I know these videos are probably not as streamlined or not as smooth as some other videos that are available on YouTube. Well, of course they're not. They may not be as like cinematic and things. I'd like to get better at maybe including some B-roll shots or things like that. So there are little things that I want to try and improve on as I go through the video making process. And I know it can be really hard as well, being a beginner and putting yourself out there and saying, hey, I'm not great at this, but look, I made this, or I'm not great at this, but I'm showing you anyway. And that's something that I've struggled with a little bit, because I think on a lot of these platforms, there can be this idea of, it has to be perfect or perfectly aesthetic or, things like that. And that's not real life, to be honest. It's just something that I've been thinking about a lot, and, I'm hoping to get better as I go, but it's never going to be perfect. I'm not a videographer. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm hoping to just get a little bit better each time. And you know what they say, if you don't make your first video, you can't make your 100th video. So that's what I'm kind of clinging to. Now, the first video on this channel, which is my Edinburgh packing video, where I talked about, packing light to go for a couple of days to Edinburgh and leave room for yarn, of course. That video also is not my first video I've ever made. I don't even know what number it is, but it's the first video that got posted. So that's just something to think about as well. Your first video is never going to be great. This is my 4th video, I think, that I'm posting here. So again, it's never going to be perfect, but it can only get better, right? I hope. So yeah, and just this idea of being a beginner, I really struggle with wanting to learn new things. Like I always want to pick up a new hobby, or you have that like initial excitement of learning something new and seeing yourself create something, or you take like really big bounds forward at the beginning, and then it that progress kind of drops off a little bit, and it's just trying to keep that momentum going, I suppose, is where I struggle. So it's just something I kind of wanted to talk about, just in case somebody else is going through the same. We're not alone in this at all. That idea of imposter syndrome always sets in, that like, what am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I trying this when I can't make videos, or, things like that. So I'm just trying to put those to one side. I mean, imposter syndrome could be a whole other video in and of itself. But yeah, it's just something I'm trying to work through. I think I always have the tendency to start new things and just start too many things without, sticking to something and becoming really like good at something. And then it takes longer to get good at things when you're always trying something new, if that makes sense. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot, and something that I wanted to talk about, because, when I think about the last year, even, for example, I started knitting, I started trying to make videos, I went bouldering, I was trying to teach myself data analysis and coding, because I'm a PhD student. I think I've mentioned that before as well. So there are lots of different things that I've started, or I've started trying to do. And I think I need to just pick the things that I want to get better at and stick with them. So that's just one of my thoughts for this week. If you have any input on it, or if you're in a similar situation, you are starting too many things, don't know where to go, just let me know. As I come to it, another thing that I'm always starting is languages. I'm very close to my 1,000th day streak on Duolingo. I'll insert a little cutaway if I can, but yeah, I'm very, very close to that. So that's another thing. I keep starting like trying to learn different languages, and like that always is really fun. I love languages. My PhD is actually in linguistics, so that's something that I'm really like passionate about. And yeah, it just kind of feeds into that idea of always starting different things but not sticking with them. And then, do I speak all these different languages that I've started? Absolutely not, So it's just something that I've been thinking about and trying to decide what's important to me, what do I want to stick with and what do I want to let go, I suppose. And yeah, that's just something that I've been thinking about a lot. If you have any input or ideas or ways to like circumvent this, definitely let me know. If you're just going through the same thing and want to chat about it, let me know. We can have a chat about it down in the comment section if you like. So yeah, that's everything for me for today. Thank you for being part of this and listening to me ramble about knitting and my thoughts and whatnot. So I do appreciate you giving your time, and I appreciate you being here, watching the videos. If you liked this video, please do give it the thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel for new videos, that would be great. I would really, really appreciate it. It's so rewarding to see people engaging with the videos as well. So I do really, really like that. So thank you so much for being here. I do have more videos in the pipeline, more things planned that I would like to make. I'd like to do, for example, a pattern roundup for beginner sweaters, because I think that's going to be the next project that I want to work on. Once I finish the vest #1, I think that's something I'm going to start looking into. Or a scarf or a shawl. I'm also feeling those kind of patterns. So I haven't decided yet, but I do have some ideas and I would love to share those with you. But yeah, if you want to see anything in particular, do let me know. Otherwise, thank you for being here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.